Hello and welcome. My name is Devin, and this is another video in my series where I make a mini capsule using existing clothes in my closet for the current season, and I then put together outfits from that capsule. So today's video is based on the colors green and pink, and I'm also going for a playful vibe for the spring. And I really enjoy making these little capsules because it forces me to get more creative with my clothes. It also encourages me to actually wear what I have right now, so I'm not tempted to go shopping for anything new. For each outfit, and I'll do a week's worth of outfits, I will talk about how I put it together and what I like about it or how I felt when I was wearing it. And I'm excited to see what I can put together with clothes I already own. I will say that styling my clothes is a challenge for me because I am attempting to apply a lot of abstract knowledge to the concrete clothing items that I have. I've been specifically interested in the Kibbe body typing system, the Kitchener essences, and also color season. Taking all of that very abstract knowledge and applying it to my actual outfits is the point where I'm getting stuck at. My goal in sharing these videos is to obviously improve at styling, but also to share my process because it might help you when you're experimenting in your closet as well. So I hope you gather some food for thought and enjoy the video. I will now show you briefly every item that I picked for this mini capsule, and then I will start talking about the outfits. So thank you so much for watching, and let's get into it. Here are all of the pieces that I picked for this capsule, and I have to say it's my favorite one that I have done so far. I just love all of the colors and textures. So I have 12 items total, 1 bag, 1 accessory, 4 bottoms, 4 tops, 1 jacket, and 1 dress. Here is the bag. It's a burgundy braided leather bag, a polka-dot scarf with both a black and a white side, a pair of cream barrel leg pants, slightly cropped, a pair of black or gray bootcut jeans, a black slip skirt, midi length, a pair of navy pinstripe trousers, a scoop neck navy t-shirt, a pink button-down short sleeve shirt, a pink sweater with a cable knit pattern, a green sweater with some contrasting trim, a beige barn jacket with a corduroy collar and cuffs, and a geometric floral print dress. That is all 12 items again on the rail, and I really like this color palette. I think the mix of the dark and the light tones is interesting, and I'm excited to see what I can do with it. On Monday, I decided to go with a sweater and jeans, which is a classic combination, and I'm wearing it with some shoes that have some skin showing, which I think lightens it up for spring. And then I'm also wearing this sweater, which is such a spring color. This sweater in particular is not really green, it's not really yellow, it's a yellow green, which I think can be a bit controversial, but I just love the energy that it brings. I also want to note that the bag draws your eye up because it is a shoulder bag, which I think is important in this outfit because the sweater does hit me right at the hips. So it does cut me directly in half and it really hides my waist in that boxy sweater. So I think this shoulder bag is doing a lot of heavy lifting to draw the eye up as opposed to just sitting on my hip line, which is not really where I want you to be looking. The other thing I want to say is this sweater does have a darker, flecks of a darker color within the knit itself. And I think that makes it possible for me to pair it with these darker jeans without it looking like there's no relationship between the two. So this is my Monday outfit, and I hope you like it. Now, Tuesday is my favorite outfit of the week, which is why I used it in my thumbnail. And it is still a jeans and sweater combination, but it's very different from the last one because the jeans and the sweater are so close in value. So they're both a very light color, And because of that, your eye can travel very smoothly from the top to the bottom, and that emphasizes the vertical line. So if you're familiar with Kibbe body types, I am a flamboyant natural, and preserving that vertical line, basically not cutting it off anywhere, is really flattering for my body type. And it's something that I go back to over and over again. The other thing I want to say is that the lightness of this outfit would not work for me if I didn't have the dark accessories. My dark hair paired with really light outfits washes me out, in my opinion. And so the dark shoes, the dark bag, the dark necklace, and also that dark bracelet, I think make this something that I actually want to wear. So don't underestimate the power of accessories to add in any necessary elements that might be missing from your base outfits. Because without those, I don't think that this would work nearly as well as it does. For Wednesday, I am finally not wearing a sweater. Spring where I live has been kind of a yo-yo this year. We've gone from 70s to 30s and back again multiple times. So I am really being kept on my toes as far as layering goes. But on this day, it was pretty warm, and so I just went with the t-shirt and jeans. This t-shirt is a very dark navy, and then the pants are a light cream color, which I think reads quite nautical. And that's something I do associate with spring for some reason. But I don't necessarily want to look like a sailor, so I've gone and added more classic accessories with that polka-dot scarf and then these slingback flats with a very classic closed toe. I also want to mention that these jeans are a very slight barrel leg, which I think really suits me, and it also is slightly cropped at the ankle. Both of those things add a more modern and I would say more playful twist to what could be a really classic outfit. There are those flats up close. They've got a nice tweed texture to them, and yeah, I love this outfit. It is really tied for first with the previous one. Next up is Thursday, and it was back to being another cold day. So I went with that light pink sweater again, and then I decided to go for a more preppy look this time around. The cable knit pattern of that sweater to me looks very preppy. I also added in a shirt layered underneath. This is my inspiration image. It's from a creator named Becky Bonnie. I think she looks so chic in this outfit, but I'm not sure about my recreation of it. I think the reason her outfit looks good is because the shirt and the sweater are very different in color, and I'm not sure mine are different enough. So here it is with that shirt tucked in, which is how I wore it that day. And to play up the preppiness even more, I paired it with some black loafers. And I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I work from home, and so just wearing casual, cozy outfits with a nod to the office is how I like to dress during the week. Here that variation is side by side, so on the left I've got the shirt untucked, and on the right I have it tucked in. As you can see, this is a linen shirt, so if I sit, if I move around, it really wrinkles, and I think that's another reason why I don't like the shirt hanging out. I don't like that wrinkled texture showing under the sweater. Here are those loafers up close. They are in patent leather, and they have quite a big fringe detail on the top, as well as some gold hardware. But I really like these with this outfit because the slight chunkiness of the shoe kind of gives some weight to the lower half of the look. And I think loafers can definitely still be worn in spring, especially on those days when it still feels like winter. Next up, let's talk about Friday. And I decided to wear a black slip skirt with that navy scoop neck t-shirt for my base outfit. And I like it. I think it's fine. I layered 2 necklaces as well. So I've got the necklace closer to my collarbone and then the necklace that creates that little V shape. And I think that detail really helps this out. But I'm just not 100% sure about the navy and the black. It's a debatable combination. Can you wear navy and black? Let me know what you think in the comments. I am on the fence about it. What ended up happening on this day was I went out for a while, and so I put on this barn jacket, and so you can't even see the navy t-shirt anyway. I might have preferred an all black base, but I typically don't do that because black is very stark on the rest of my features. It's not in my color season. So that's really why I didn't want to wear black on the top half. But let's talk about the barn jacket. So I am definitely a barn jacket believer. I think it is a classic and I really like to wear it. The funny thing is that it looks very similar to a jacket my mom had in the 80s and 90s. So this is definitely a trend that has come back into style. But I like it particularly because it's a more relaxed version of a trench coat. I've tried to wear a trench coat, but where I live in the Midwest, nobody wears trench coats, but plenty of people wear barn jackets. So this is just a much more wearable option for me than a trench coat would be. A very nice detail about this particular barn jacket is that it has corduroy cuffs and a corduroy collar in kind of a rich brown color, which I really enjoy. It has a waxed cotton texture, which means it is resistant to rain. I would not say it is good for a day when it is pouring rain, but it is definitely at least weather resistant. I also wanted to show you what this outfit would look like with pants. So I am wearing those cream jeans from earlier, and I do still really like how this looks. I think you lose some of the interest with the skirts having a shorter hemline, but the jacket having such a long and wide shape still provides enough interest to make this look pretty good. The other thing I want to say is that I do prefer the navy and the cream to the navy and the black. So when I am not wearing the jacket, I think this looks a bit better. And this is almost exactly like one of the outfits that I wore earlier in the week, except then I was wearing some slingback flats, and here I am wearing fisherman sandals. And I think just the change in the shoes changes it quite a bit in vibe. These fisherman sandals give everything a more earthy feeling, which is something that I really enjoy to wear. Now let's talk about Saturday, when I finally wore this beautiful floral dress. And I really experimented for a long time with any possible overlayer that could go with this dress. I tried vests, I tried sweaters, cardigans, and I ultimately decided that the distinctive pattern and shape of this dress just looks so good alone that it's almost a shame to cover any of it up and take away from the overall impression. I do not typically wear pattern. If you haven't noticed, I think this is the first patterned piece you've seen in this video. But when I do, I like to keep it simple, easy breezy. That is my thought process for this outfit. Here the pattern is up close. It's a navy backdrop with pink flowers. And then there is a dark brown and green, as well as a light blue color in there as well. It's absolutely stunning. Here are those sandals up close. They are a classic fisherman shape with a brown raffia texture to them. I've been wearing it throughout this video, and I'm going to keep wearing them because they are my favorite shoe at the moment, and I love how comfortable they are. I also wanted to show you what the dress looked like with the barn jacket. If it was a cooler day, I would definitely need to wear this when I was outside, but as soon as I got inside, I would take it off because, like I was saying, I do think by covering up the top part of the dress, some of its charm is lost. But I don't mind the jacket here. They have a similar A-line shape, so there's some similarity there between them, and I think it looks okay. And yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Last of all, on Sunday, it was actually snowing again outside, so I went with this very warm pair of navy pinstripe trousers, and I paired it with my pink sweater that you have been seeing throughout the video. I was debating between loafers and sneakers with this outfit, but I decided sneakers gave more of that cozy weekend vibe that I was looking for. I would say this outfit is a bit outside of my comfort zone. It is a pattern and a color together. Even though the pattern in the pants is subtle and the color of the sweater is not exceedingly loud, I still feel a little bit silly wearing something so bold on the top and the bottom. Here are those patterns up close together, and you can really see that the vertical of the pant and the vertical in the cable knit, I don't know. It's just maybe a little bit more than I'm comfortable or used to wearing, but I do still like it and felt really good that day. There you have it. That was my second outfit video for spring. I plan to do 3 videos for every season, and I'm looking forward to doing my final spring video on styling white lace. So I will be styling this shirt that I am wearing right now in that video. So if you'd like to see that, stick around, and thank you so much for watching.